Before we begin, I need you to check something for me. Look at the time right now. Remember it. Because after you hear what happened to me, you'll never look at your clock the same way again, especially if it's past midnight. My name is Even. I'm 19. And 6 months ago, I learned that some people don't speak during the day because they're saving their words for something else, something that only listens after dark. I moved into my new apartment at the start of the semester. Cheap rent, decent room, walking distance to campus. The kind of deal you say yes to before asking too many questions. And I didn't ask questions. I should have. My roommate's name was Mark. When I first walked in, he was standing by the window, unpacking a box. He looked up, gave me this faint smile, nodded once, didn't say a word. I introduced myself, tried to break the ice, asked him what he was studying, where he was from, the usual stuff. He just nodded, smiled again, went back to unpacking. I figured he was introverted, maybe anxious. I've met people like that before. They warm up eventually. But Mark wasn't warming up. He was waiting. The first week was normal, quiet, but normal. Mark would wake up, make coffee, leave for class without a sound. He'd come back, study at his desk, eat something microwaved, and go to bed by 11. He never spoke. Not once. Not during the day. It was the 4th night when I first heard it. I was lying in bed, scrolling through my phone, half asleep. The room was dark except for the glow of my screen. And then I heard a voice. Soft, almost like a murmur, coming from Mark's side of the room. At first I thought he was on the phone, but there was no light, no screen glow, just whispering. I put my phone down, listened. It was Mark's voice. Low, rough, like gravel being dragged across concrete. He was repeating something over and over, but I couldn't make out the words. It sounded like a prayer or a chant. I glanced at the clock. 12:03 a.m. The whispering stopped after maybe 2 minutes. Then silence. I waited, heart pounding in my chest, but nothing else happened. The next morning, Mark acted completely normal. Well, his version of normal. He nodded when I said good morning, poured himself coffee, left for class. Not a word. I didn't mention what I heard. I told myself he talks in his sleep. People do that, right? But the next night, it happened again. 12:03 a.m. exactly. And the night after that. And the night after that. Always at 12:03. Always the same low whisper. Always deliberate. By the end of the week, I wasn't sleeping anymore. I'd lie there, staring at the ceiling, waiting for it to start. And it always did. On the 8th night, I decided to record it. I put my phone on the nightstand, hit record, and pretended to sleep. At 12:03, the whispering started. This time, it was longer, more intense, like he was having a conversation with someone. Except there was no one else in the room. The next morning, I waited until Mark left for class. Then I played back the recording, and my blood ran cold. There were 2 voices. Mark's voice, low, trembling, desperate. And another one, deeper, distorted, like static wrapped around a whisper, like something trying to mimic human speech, but failing. And it was answering him. I listened to the whole thing 3 times. I couldn't make out most of the words, but I caught fragments. Mark's voice. He doesn't know. The other voice. Not yet. Mark. Should I? The other voice. Wait. I deleted the file. Told myself it was interference. A glitch. Maybe sound bleeding through from another apartment. But I knew that wasn't true. Because that second voice didn't sound like it came from anywhere. It sounded like it came from inside the room. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed up, sitting in bed, phone in hand, pretending to scroll, waiting. At 12:03 a.m., Mark sat up. Not slowly, not like someone waking from sleep, He just sat up, straight, stiff. His eyes were open, staring straight ahead at the wall, and he started whispering. This time, I heard it clearly. Evan, my name. He said my name. Evan, he's still awake. The second voice answered, that static-filled, impossible whisper. Then we'll wait. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. I just sat there, frozen, staring at him. And then Mark turned his head, slowly, mechanically, until he was looking directly at me. His eyes didn't blink. His mouth kept moving, but the words didn't match. It was like something else was speaking through him. And then he smiled. I grabbed my keys and ran. I didn't grab my phone, didn't grab my wallet. I just ran out of that apartment and stood in the hallway, shaking, gasping for air. I don't know how long I stood there. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe longer. When I finally went back inside, Mark was lying in bed, eyes closed, breathing slowly, asleep, like nothing had happened. The next morning, Mark was gone. His bed was made, his closet was empty, his desk cleared, like he'd never been there at all. I called the landlord. He said Mark had left early that morning, said he had to move back home. No forwarding address, no phone number, just gone. I should have felt relieved, but I didn't, because something felt wrong, unfinished. A week later, I was going through my phone and found the recording, the one I thought I'd deleted. It was still there. I don't know why I played it. Maybe I needed to know I wasn't crazy. Maybe I just needed closure. I listened to the whole thing. Mark's whispers, the second voice. But this time, I let it play all the way to the end. After the whispering stopped, there was silence. 20 seconds of nothing. And then, a voice. Clear, close, right next to the microphone. Calm, patient. It said my name. Evan, turn around. I deleted the file. For real this time. Moved out 2 days later. I'm in a new place now, living alone. But sometimes, late at night, when the apartment is silent and the city sleeps, I hear it. A whisper. Faint. Distant. Coming from the next room. And every time I check the clock, it's 12:03 a.m., so do me a favor. Tonight, when you go to bed, check your clock, and if you wake up at 12:03, listen carefully. Because if you hear whispering, it might not be coming from your roommate. It might be something that's been waiting for you to notice.